Recording in progress.
So we go to foreign direct investments. What do we mean by foreign direct investment? It means a company is having investment in other countries, that's in overseas. That's foreign direct investment. So let's say for FDI or inward investment occurs when the company makes an investment in a foreign country. This may involve the construction of a factory, distribution center or store, or development of a mine or tea plantation, for example. Another part of FDI is the purchase of shares in a foreign business. 10% or more. Most FDI comes from MNC. So a common approach to FDI is for a foreign company to work with a company in the host nation to develop a business venture. For example, GM, the giant US car, MNC, giant US car. MNC has a total of 11 joint ventures in China. In 2016, GM and its joint ventures sold over this. So the point here is that it is foreign direct investment when maybe you have a joint venture, or you link up with other country, or you link up with some countries to buy maybe shares from them to invest in their company. So that is foreign direct investment. So most of the time, multinationals develop through these things. Do you get the point there? Mm-hmm. So we'll go down. Reasons for the emergence of MNCs and FDI. What are the reasons why we have multinational companies or foreign direct investment? Number one, economies of scale. In some industries, firms that exploit economies of scale can reduce costs. MNCs will be in a better position to exploit economies of scale because they are so large. So I'm just going to summarize it. One of the reasons why we have MNCs is that we said they operate on one of their features is that they operate on a large scale, and operating on a large scale allows you to exploit economies of scale. So some businesses want to exploit these economies of scale. As a result, they become multinationals. Because when they become multinationals, maybe they set up a factory in their source where they get their raw materials. Now, extending their factory over there means that their cost of raw material would fall because they have it closer to them. So that's one of the purchasing economies of scale. So basically, for economies of scale, operating on a larger scale allows your cost of production to fall, which is one of the reasons why businesses might want to extend their operations abroad. 2, access to natural resources or cheap material. Many large companies are happy to invest overseas because they need to buy huge quantities of raw materials. So raw materials are needed, and if you don't have them, you have to import them. So importing them is expensive. So one of the ways in which you can get closer to raw materials or resources is to set up factory that can convert those raw materials into finished goods there. So when you are able to do that, what does that imply? It means you're going to have cheap raw materials or access to more raw materials, which is an advantage to you as a multinational. But if you are a domestic business, you won't be able to do that. So you continue to buy or to import raw materials. But if you are a multinational, you become a multinational because you can extend your operations into foreign countries or overseas. Yeah. Clear? Yeah. That's another reason why businesses wants to extend their businesses into the foreign market. The third one, lower transportation and communication cost. Developments in transport and communications have helped to drive the growth in multinationals, and not only them, globalization. So multinational comes in, is a birth of globalization. Globalization brings about multinational. And one of the reasons why there's globalization is that there's effective transportation and cheap communication system now. So that means there's development in transportation and communication, which makes it easier for people to interact with each other, for businesses to export or import products or raw materials. So as a result of that, they are encouraged to set up or to go into other countries. In as much as we know that the cost of exporting products out is not high, or the cost of importing is not high, or because there's globalization, people can move from one country to another. So it means multinationals have that they have that confidence that wherever they set up in, globalization will help them to source for all the resources needed. Do you get it? That's another reason why there's global multinationals. The fourth one, access to customers in different regions. When you are a multinational company, it means your customer base would extend. So you're going to have both domestic and international customers. Yeah. If you're a domestic business, you only have